Hello there. I'm doing this video to show some plow controllers and options that comes with. And if you need to contact me, that's the email. And we're going to show this controller first. Where the heck am I? Hear the plow running in the background. Now let's zoom out of here. Might think, alright, this looks like a Western Fisher, but it's blue. Well, there's one more difference. There's no cord. This one is wireless. Alright, and this is the first model receiver. And what I'm doing now is showing it operating. You can see it's got a little bit of travel when you let go, similar to handhelds, and it has full float when you hit the down, but there is a bypass on the controller, which, zoom in here, there's the receiver. I just happen to have it there just so we can see it easily. On the side of the receiver is two switches. One's the power switch and one turns off the float. That way when you actually hit the bottom down button, it won't drop all the way. Now on this less expensive version, which is going to be the silver model, with the float off, it will still drop quite a bit depending on how it drops about halfway. I don't know if you saw that. Let me zoom back out. See, when I hit it, it drops. Right now it's about 6 inches above the ground, and then you hit it again, it'll go down the rest of the way. But it won't go into float unless you turn the float switch on. Now this model will come with two receivers, two transmitters. These two here. One's a keychain. It's basically, I'm just sending this as a backup. You're up, down, right, and left. It's basically, I'm sending it as a backup or as an emergency receiver in case you lose this receiver, which is the one I'm sending with it. And you can see it reacts pretty quick. Have big fingers. This is one of my special models, which has a lot larger finger base. It works on the same premise. Power switch. And this one has a little bit of a bonus feature. As you can see, if you've seen these before, it's basically a flashlight. Well, this one actually has a light. I had room in this one to leave it there. And for people that love their joysticks, I have a prototype here, which isn't completely assembled, but as you can see, it does the same thing. This one does not have a flashlight. There's not enough room in there for it, because the actual joystick is pretty big. Alright. That's a silver model. Come in a little closer here. The reason I call it silver model is because I use a silver label on it. And you'll see there's the power light in the top. Now the indicator on the top right shows when you're actually functioning something, which might not show up in the sunlight, but it's yellow. And then your float light is, where'd I go? There it is. The float light is green. So it's a little bright out today, so it's hard to see it. Let's see if I can get an angle on it. Down on the seat here. You see the float light green and the yellow activating light. And there's your switches. That's your power switch. Turns off the power light. Also turning your key off turns off the power, and this is to float. This enables to float, so that when you hit down, the green light will stay on. And then when you hit right left, the float disables. That way you don't dig into the ground. Alright, like I said, that's the silver model. And now I'm going to put this camera back up. I'm going to switch it over to one that I have a gold label on, which looks almost the same. Lights are in a different place. Set this camera up. Oh, I have it mounted. Right now you can see I have it mounted to one of these universal clips. I don't recommend mounting it on a grill, on a heating unit. It's an AC and it's not running, because these will run warm. So I recommend mounting them somewhere else. One note, it comes with a plug like this. You just plug it into your cord. If your cord is not long enough to get to where you want it to be, then you'll have to let me know and I can make an extension for it, or put a longer wire on it like I did on this V-plow version, which is a plug on an extension, which could, that way you could put it wherever you like with some Velcro or whatever. So you have to let me know if you need more wire and don't have enough to get to where you got to go. You know, you want to put it somewhere where you can get to the switches and kind of see the lights. You don't really need to see the lights. That all comes with instinct. Okay, now let's set this camera back up here. Sun's back out. Yippee. Need to see my mugshot. Alright. Now I'm going to switch it over to the gold version. Difference with the gold version actually reacts a lot quicker. Than it works almost like an old joystick. Let's see if I can get this camera set up right. So get a bit more of the angle of the plow here, show its reaction. Again, it comes with one of these little guys. Now if you see when I hit left, I can move it less than an inch at a time, and when I hit down, down's over here, that's the full float. Now let's take it up, and I'm going to just turn off the float. Turn off the float on the controller, and now when you hit float, it just drop a little bit at a time. That one comes with that little remote, and same on this remote here. You can see how quick the reaction time is on it. And left, right, really make it dance. I don't recommend doing that, but I say right now the float is off, so you can see the plow just drops a little at a time each time. And that's going to vary by how your plow is set. You can adjust how fast your plow drops on the motor itself. If you need to know how to do that, then you know. And this control also has an off switch, so you don't accidentally do anything while you're driving. And this one I still have a factory label on it, but when you turn it on, it won't come with a factory color. Unless you really love red or yellow, then I can make them that way. But this is, like I said, it's on a regular handle one. And if you buy this option, it doesn't come with the handle. It just comes with the board inside and the cover. Alright, I'll show a board. That's basically the board on the silver model. There's your relays. And the other goodies. Now these relays are basically rated for 20 amps, and the controls on the plow only use like 2 to 3 amps at max. Also, one thing I have in here is I have 2 fuses. One's a main fuse. Let's see if I can get in the camera thing. The sun's blinding me. And this one is the motor fuse, which is a lot of problems happen with the motor solenoid. So that fuse there is for the motor. That's a 3 amp, and then I've got a 6 amp on the other side. Might be an 8, I can't remember offhand. But that's fuse protected anybody out there happens to be watching this and is looking for a V-plow, I'm doing an 8-button V-plow version, and this similar setup. You can see it will run the straight blade too, except for the right on this one is wired differently, so because it's not made for a straight blade. Oh, like I said, any questions? There's this guy. There's the email. You can read it. I have a hard time seeing it because it's too sunny. And I'm running out of battery on here for some reason already. But I'm going to show that these do have some distance to them. Alright, that basically sums it up, I think. And thanks for watching, and hopefully give one of these a try.